Hey everyone, welcome to 6 Impossible Things Before Breakfast. This is not another reprinted, regurgitated list of start a dropshipping store or sell on Amazon. Nope. Today we're diving into a real hustle, a proven hustle that I've done myself, mistakes and all. Have you ever seen Storage Wars? Yeah, it's like that, but without the dramatic music and TV magic. The units are real, the cash, very real. Today's impossible thing? Flipping storage units for serious profit, and trust me, it can absolutely be done. When I first started, I was completely new to online bidding. I thought I was playing it safe, just one simple unit to dip my toes in. But I dove headfirst down the rabbit hole, and along the way, yeah, I made plenty of rookie mistakes. I'll show you exactly what I did wrong, and more importantly, the wins that made it all worth it. I'll take you step by step through flipping storage units, how to start small, how to avoid newbie mistakes, and how to turn old junk into new cash. So if you're ready to turn a crazy idea into real money, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell. Because at 6 Impossible Things Before Breakfast, the only impossible thing is not trying. Now, you might be wondering, how did I even find out about flipping storage units? Well, funny enough, it wasn't some late night YouTube binge. It happened at my own personal storage unit. I was there one afternoon, sorting through my totally normal, not hoarder level amount of stuff, when the woman who worked there mentioned something about lean units being up for auction. Of course, that perked my interest. I'm a hoarder at heart. What can I say? I asked a few questions, did some digging, and fell headfirst into the rabbit hole of storage flipping. Here's the basic idea. Super simple. Step 1. Bid on a storage unit you think you can make money on. Step 2. Win the auction. Step 3. Clean out the unit completely. Yes, even the weird stuff. Step 4. Take the items home, either to your garage or to a rented storage unit. More on this rental trick later. Trust me. Step 5. List the good stuff for sale on Facebook Marketplace and offer up, or consign items to a consignment shop. Step 6. Meet buyer and get paid. I suggest meeting publicly or at your super safe storage unit. That's the process in a nutshell. And trust me, it's simple. But not always easy. That's where the real game begins. There are a few different websites where you can bid on storage units. After looking around, I ended up using storagetreasures.com, and it's the one I recommend starting with. What I did, signed up for their free basic bidder account. Here's what it included: 18% buyer premium. This is a fee you pay on top of your winning bid. A 300-mile bid radius. You can bid on units within about 300 miles of your zip code. No authorized pickup person. You must clean it out yourself. No dedicated customer service. Basically, you're on your own, which is fine when you know what you're doing. It's basic, it's easy, and you can literally get started with $10 if you're careful about your bids. And I'll show you later how to avoid wasting that $10 too. The third unit I won on $10 and contained 2 antique pieces. Oh, and a dead mouse. So there you have it. Next up, I'm going to show you how I picked my very first unit, what I did right, what I completely screwed up, and how it actually made me money anyway. You're going to want to see this because some of these beginner mistakes are hilarious and expensive if you don't know better. Stay tuned, and let's go win some storage treasures. Alright, so at this point, I'm officially logged in to storagetreasures.com, set with my free basic bidder account and my trusty 300-mile radius. And let me tell you, what happened next is the kind of story you can only laugh about later. Well, this actually occurred about a month into the process. The day of the 4 storage units. Picture this: 1 rented U-Haul truck, 4 1-storage units that have to paid in cash and all cleaned out within 48 hours. And my 60-year-old mother as my only backup. What a day we had. It was chaos, it was exhausting, and it was hilarious. But honestly, I know we might do it again. But here's the thing nobody tells you. Bidding on storage units online is a slippery slope. 1 second, you're casually browsing. The next, you're accidentally committed to cleaning out 4 units in 3 different locations all over the city. So, my number 1 recommendation, Only bid on one unit to start with. Seriously. One, not four, not even two, just one. In fact, my first two experiences had me convinced Storage Treasures was a total scam. I won 2 auctions, fair and square, only to have both canceled after the auction ended, so just know, it's part of the game. Sometimes the unit gets pulled, sometimes the facility owner gets paid by the owner. It's frustrating, but it's not a conspiracy against you. It happens. Here's the important part. When you actually win a unit, you'll get an immediate notification on the app and a text to your phone. Set a timer for the auction end times and make sure you have a solid 10-minute window to watch your bids because things move fast at the end. My third attempt, that one stuck. It was about an hour from my house, so a 2-hour round trip. And that's something you need to consider too. Your time equals your money. At first, I thought, no big deal. But after a few trips, you realize every mile you drive, every gallon of gas, every extra hour, it all adds up, .o, and if you think you'll just sweet talk a few friends into helping you clean out a dirty, dusty storage unit for free, think again. I spent weeks texting family and friends, offering to pay them, bribe them with pizza, anything, even money, just to get a couple of helping hands. Lesson: always have a plan B for cleanup help or take this advice and start with a unit you can successfully move and clean out alone. My first unit had an antique desk, as they called it. Well, I wanted it because it was Western decor. But anyways, I had to clean out and move furniture alone. I had to load a big heavy desk into the back of a pickup truck. The desk had some wear, but I know I only did more damage loading it alone. Next up, I'll take you into my first real clean-out day. The good, the bad, the completely unexpected, and how a random pile of junk turned into my first real side hustle win. Oh, and if you hate clowns like I do, buyer beware. Stay tuned, because we're just getting started. February 12th, 2025. That's the day I won my very first storage unit at auction. And let me tell you, I was beyond excited. The final price, $250. And I was thrilled because there was a desk in the pictures that I had to have. That desk, still on display in my house today. Technically, I could probably sell it for $500 if I wanted to, but sometimes a side hustle gives you a reward that's worth way more than cash. Here's the thing about storage auctions. You never really know what you're walking into. The pictures on the site only tell part of the story, and sometimes it's a horror story. Let's just say, my first clean-out had a few surprises. Whether it's your first clean-out or your 50th, there are a few essential items you must keep in your vehicle. A padlock, if you can't clear it in one day. Nitrile gloves, plus dust face mask. Trash bags, large contractor and smaller. Drawstring types, Sharpie markers, cardboard boxes, packing tape, optional but helpful, sturdy broom and dustpan. Large plastic shovelwork apron or old clothes, thick gloves for broken glass. Here's why. Gloves and a mask protect you from breathing in dust and who knows what else. You might find adult items. Ask me how I know. You'll be digging through boxes, so you want to stay clean and safe. The broom, dustpan, and shovel will save you hours. Some units are seriously messy. Important tip, anything personal you find, like photos, documents, keepsakes, must be boxed up and returned to the storage facility office. It's part of the contract, and it's the right thing to do. That's why you need spare boxes and markers. Label them clearly with the unit number before dropping them off. Now, here's the dirty secret nobody talks about. Trash is a huge part of this hustle, and most storage facilities won't let you use their dumpsters. Luckily, I had a large dumpster at my house, but if you don't, you need to plan ahead. Use your home's garbage pickup, slow if it's a lot. Visit the local landfill, super easy once you know where it is. Some businesses allow respectful dumpster use, but always ask permission first. Never, ever dump illegally. It's disrespectful, it's bad karma, and it can get you fined. That first clean out, it taught me a ton. Some wins, some weird fines, a lot of laughs, and a few mistakes I'll make sure you never repeat. In the next part, I'll show you exactly how I turned a messy, dusty pile of mystery into real cash and how to spot the hidden gold inside any storage unit. Don't miss it. We're just getting warmed up. All right, so here's how my first ever storage unit cleanout actually went. The real story. First stop, the ATM. I pulled out $250, the amount I owed the storage facility, plus an extra $100 for the security deposit. Now, just a heads up, storagetreasures.com already takes their cut online when you win, so all you owe at the facility is the winning bid plus the refundable deposit. I drove an hour to get to the facility, and because of that trip, I quickly learned there are some questions you should always ask first. Facility checklist. What are their hours? Do they have a public restroom? Can you dump trash there? Is there a donation drop-off nearby? Because trust me, when you're sweaty, dusty, and tired, you're going to want a coffee shop and a bathroom nearby. When I arrived, I went straight into the office, signed a little paperwork, and handed over my $350 cash. Then the staff walked me back to the unit and left me to do my thing. And guess what? Almost immediately, I hit gold, literally. I found a few jewelry boxes tucked away in the back. Inside, gold, diamonds, turquoise, plus tons of Harley-Davidson memorabilia. It was a side hustler's dream. One item stood out. A lady's 14K Harley-Davidson ring. I knew that ring alone could pay for the whole unit. I listed the ring on OfferUp for $250, and boom, messages flooded my inbox. I sold it fast and clean, and just like that, I was already breaking even. Now back to reality. Cleaning out a storage unit isn't glamorous. My cleanout strategy, 3 piles: keep, donate, trash. First truckload, all donation items, straight to Goodwill. Quick Starbucks break, highly recommended. Second truckload, all keep items plus 2 huge bags of trash. One thing I learned quick, bring straps. Add those to your survival kit because stacking random furniture gets sketchy fast. So, how did I actually do on this unit? Costs, $250 winning bid. Storage Treasures commission, gas and time, about 4 hours round trip. My earnings, I sold the ring for $250. The desk is valued around $500, future sale, meaning I turned $250 into roughly $750 in value for an estimated $500 profit. And that's just off 2 items. Not bad for a day's hustle, right? And remember, I made a bunch of mistakes too, which I'll share in the next part so you can skip the learning curve. Next, I'll show you how to spot good units from bad ones before you even bid. Stick around, because the treasure hunt is just beginning. Now, you might think it's all treasure chests and Harley rings once you start winning storage units. But let me tell you, there are some major pitfalls if you're not careful. And one of the biggest mistakes I made was falling for the fitness equipment and appliance trap. So, here's what happened. I saw a unit listed that had a washing machine, still wrapped, barely touched, plus a nice-looking dryer beside it. Retail? That washer alone was probably $700. The dryer? Another $600. And I won the whole unit for just $210. I thought I had hit the jackpot. I imagined flipping that set in a weekend, doubling my money easy. Guess where that washer and dryer are today? Still sitting in my storage unit, gathering dust, mocking me. Here's the harsh truth. Washing machines and dryers do not sell well online, especially not used ones, no matter how nice they look. Here's what I learned the hard way. Delivery issues. Most buyers can't transport them. Trust issues. People don't want to risk buying broken machines. Testing problems. Hard to prove they work unless hooked up. Sheer size. They're heavy, awkward, and don't fit in most vehicles. Buyers hesitate, and your gold mine becomes a heavy, expensive paperweight. If I were trying again, I'd change my strategy. Offer delivery, huge incentive, even if you charge a fee. Accept credit cards or cash apps. People trust small payments more. List very clear condition details to ease buyer worries. Price aggressively low up front, get it gone fast. But honestly, for beginners, stay far, far away from appliances and gym equipment. They're heavy, they're hard to sell, and they'll eat your profits if you're not careful. That was one of my earliest and most expensive lessons. Sometimes what looks like a jackpot is just a heavy headache. But hey, every side hustle is a learning curve, and I'm here to make sure you climb faster and smarter than I did. That was one of my earliest and most expensive lessons. Sometimes what looks like a jackpot is just a heavy headache. But hey, every side hustle is a learning curve, and I'm here to make sure you climb faster and smarter than I did. Since I don't have a giant box truck just sitting around, I rented a U-Haul the big 4-unit clean-out day, around $70 for the day. Not terrible, but it adds up fast as you have to include gas on top of that rate. Now here's a little known bonus. Sometimes when you rent a U-Haul, they'll offer you a free storage unit for a month. You'll have to hustle, because after that free month, you could easily be looking at $100 or more in storage rent if you're not out. If you need more space between flips, you can also find online move-in specials for storage units, sometimes as cheap as $80 a month, but the promotional period is limited. Look for drive-up access units and units with good carts. Way easier for loading, unloading, and meeting potential buyers. The biggest trick to winning at storage unit flipping: move your inventory fast, list the items, sell, and clear out your space before you go winning your next auction. Because the longer you sit on a pile of maybe money, the more overhead costs start eating into your profits. Stay lean, stay fast, clear your space, then go bid again. Storage flipping is all about speed, hustle, and smart moves, not just stacking up piles of potential. Next up, I'll show you how I quickly listed my finds, and the platforms that actually get stuff sold fast without wasting your time. You don't need a warehouse, you just need a good game plan. When you're sorting your storage unit finds, here's the golden rule. Big, heavy, complicated stuff, slow sellers. Small, cool, name brand stuff, fast cash. Facebook is for furniture, home goods, and family stuff. OfferUp is for tools, tech, and quick flips. Quick Flipper Pro. Tip: if it's heavy, complicated, or requires delivery, you better have a good plan or it will sit forever. If it's small, name brand, and impulse buy priced, $20, $200, it will usually move fast. Facebook Marketplace is a broader audience. People love deals on home basics, especially items too big to ship. Emotional purchases: people love vintage or cute items they can grab locally. Move smart, move fast, and stack those wins before breakfast. Tools are one of the best categories to flip. Why tools sell so well: constant demand, DIYers, contractors, homeowners, easy to test, plug it in, show it works, small enough to transport easily, hold value better than most electronics. Buyers don't care about a few scratches, they want function. Top types of tools that sell fast: power tools, cordless drills, impact drivers, circular saws, sanders, nail guns, angle grinders, table saws, if smaller size, watch for transportability, outdoor power tools, weed whackers, trimmers, leaf blowers, especially cordless ones, lawn mowers, only if lightweight and working well, Facebook Marketplace, what sells best, furniture, especially mid-century modern and rustic styles, home decor, mirrors, rugs, lamps, framed art, garden, outdoor gear, patio sets, lawnmowers, grills, collectibles, unique finds, antique trunks, Harley-Davidson gear, vintage tools. Why? Facebook Marketplace is a broader audience. People love deals on home basics, especially items too big to ship. Emotional purchases: people love vintage or cute items they can grab locally. Now, after winning my first couple of units, I learned another important lesson: how fast costs can sneak up on you if you're not careful. All right, let's bring this all together. Today you heard the real story behind my first steps flipping storage units. The wins, the losses, and the lessons that money can't buy. You learned, Why a $250 gamble turned into a $750 win. Why a sparkling new washing machine can actually be your worst enemy. How to avoid hidden costs with trucks and storage rentals. And why moving fast and thinking smart is the key to making real profit. Remember, it's not about scoring the flashiest unit. It's about smart decisions, speed, and hustle. Move your inventory fast. Know your platforms. Respect the process and the surprises inside every box. 6 impossible things before breakfast. It's not a dream. It's what happens when you show up, stay smart, and keep moving. This is just the beginning. Stick with me, and I'll show you how side hustles can turn into real freedom. One crazy idea at a time. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell, because next time I'm diving into exactly how to spot the best units before you bid, and the red flags that could save you hundreds.